Are we recording? You got my good side? Fuck is you talking about, man? Both sides is my good side. I don't even have a bad side, son. If anything, I got a good side and a better side, yo. I'm your boy, Vance Michel, rapping comedy gang. And this is the Funny Papers with Vance Michel, man. I got the Funny Papers in my hand, man. So it's time for me to report on God. Hey, yo, first up on the Funny Papers, man. We heard that Dave Chappelle, was rejecting the affordable housing unit that the Uber Housing Holdings was proposing whatever on Yellow Springs to build in their town. And Dave Chappelle, remember, he said, yo, I don't want them building this. Matter of fact, if they do build this, I'm going to take everything that I had invested in this town off the table. I'm just paraphrasing what he has said. Anyway, so there was reports saying, yo, can Dave Chappelle actually be against affordable housing? Like, why would Dave Chappelle be against a thing that seems so good for the town? Well, here's the thing. The real reason he was against the affordable housing unit is because, they were going to come in with buildings that look like all cookie cutter, look like Lego buildings. They just look plain ass looking buildings. And Dave Chappelle felt like these buildings didn't feel, they were going to match the authentic look that Yellow Springs already has. Yellow Springs, Ohio, the town that he lives in. So, that's why he's saying he's rejected these affordable housing units. And, of course, they weren't. And he's also saying that they weren't going to be affordable to the people in Yellow Springs. So this is why Dave Chappelle is against affordable housing units. He's not against having cheap homes in his buildings. Just make the cheap homes look nice, and actually have the homes cheap. Moving on, man, there's been some crazy new details about Bob Saget's death, and right now a judge has blocked the release of any graphic records of Bob Saget, filed a lawsuit by the Saget family to stop the sharing of evidence collected from the scenes of the death. And they said it depicted Bob graphically and should be released only to the family. So the judge agreed that, issuing a temporary injunction agreeing the Saget families suffered severely mental pain and anguish and emotional distress if the request was not granted. So all best to the Saget family on this. Hey, yo, you guys heard the great news, man? Futurama has been picked up by Hulu for, guess what, 20 new episodes. So guess what, Futurama is coming back. Remember that cartoon series that was created by Matt Groening, the Simpsons creator? Shit was canceled, then it came back, then got canceled again. Well, now it's back. Okay, but here's the thing, that fun, lovable character, the robot Bender, everybody loves, that's voiced by Joe DiMaggio. He may not be coming back. See, Futurama, I just told you, it's being revived and it's coming back with 20 new episodes on Hulu, but might not come back with Joe DiMaggio being Bender, because they're still in negotiations for his contract. See, Joe DiMaggio feel like he want more money, because Bender's the reason the show is actually being brought back. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's getting their contract negotiated on the fact when it came out, based on its popularity on when it came out. But right now the popularity has raised, and he feels it's because of Bender. But Joe DiMaggio, just remember, you're only a voice, my dude. And I wouldn't even play that game on the show that you on, because you on there with Billy West, okay? And Billy West was on Ren and Stimpy, okay? And guess what? The first season of Ren and Stimpy, they fired because Billy West was only Ren, and the other guy played Stimpy, or I think it was the other way around. Anyway, they fired whoever the fuck played Ren, and they just said, hey, yo, Billy West, you could just voice Stimpy and Ren, and that worked out for the rest of the goddamn series. So Joe DiMaggio, just take the bread, B. Like you got brought back to life out of nowhere. If I were you, Joe DiMaggio, just take the money. Or guess what, Billy West is gonna end up just doing, because Billy West is the voice of Fry. So he'll just end up doing Fry and Bender. Fuck around, okay? Joe DiMaggio, play smart and get your money. B, at this time they did have a table reading to get a new bender, but they ain't find a new bender yet, as of yet, right now. Moving on, I just got some sad news to let you know that Saturday, February 17th, Ivan Reitman died. If you don't know who Ivan Reitman is, great comedy director, man. He worked on Ghostbusters, Stripes. He produced Animal House. He directed Kindergarten Cop, Twins, Meatballs. I mean, he's a legend, known to make legendary shit. And then Reitman actually died peacefully in his sleep Saturday, February 17th. So yo, let's give it the funny papers moment of silence for him. Hey yo, moving on, B. You know me, I keep my ears to the streets, yo. So it's time for the funny leaks. Yo, funny leaks, man. Yo, a lot of people's making mad noise because they seen Sneaky Pete, you know, aka Pete Davidson, on a video call with people. And then in the background, his bedroom had stuffed animals and a flower. Everybody was like, "Oh, Pete Davis is so cuddly and you know, he's just a cute guy. He's snuggly. He's so sensitive." Meanwhile, Kanye West is going crazy on his Instagram. You know, he put up a post saying, "I will personally destroy Staten Island," and that's the home of Pete Davidson. And you know, he even was on a song with Flavio Foreign and Alicia Keys, and that's on fire. It's called Energy. In that song, Kanye West actually says a line where he says, "Yo, this afternoon, 100 goons pulling up." No, he said, "This afternoon, 100 goons pulling up on SNL. When I pull up, it's dead on arrival." Like, SNL. That's what PDD's at. Like, throwing mad barbs on the Instagram lately. If you go to Kanye West, I follow Kanye West. This is the best thing on Instagram right now. He's pulling up all types of posts, though, that's like going at Pete Davidson. And then, meanwhile, Pete Davidson actually opened up an Instagram account. Do you think? And you know, he just closed it down because he just said, like, he had personal issues, man. So, like, you know, he had to take a break off the social media. But then he came back with the Instagram recently. Now, I'm thinking it's because of Kim Kardashian's influence. Because remember, I told you the boy wants to be an A-list celebrity now. I mean, you can't be no A-list celebrity without the gram. So now PDD is back on the gram. Maybe you might see PDD might reply back to Kanye on some funny shit on the Instagram now, because if you're trying to get in the A-list game, then you gotta play A-list games. For real. Yo, moving on. It's time to give you the funny to look for, B. Here's the funny to look for, man. Yo, right now, CBS actually wants to start they want to reboot The Honeymooners. Remember The Honeymooners? The guy, he said, "Bow, Alice, straight to the moon." You know what I'm saying? Anyway, they want to make a new Honeymooners, but this time CBS wants to describe this Honeymooners as this. This is what they want to do with The Honeymooners. This is the new Honeymooners. It's a bold female-driven series, and it's about a wife named Ruth and her husband named Alex. And it's determined to have where they're determined to have a marriage where they are true equals in every way. But what happens when they are co-eds? When they are co-eds or no heads? That sounds stupid. I mean, why would they make a Honeymooners, like, and then the husband's name Alex? So what's Ruth gonna be saying? "I'm gonna send you to the moon, Alex"? I'm not even down with that. They should just make a whole new show, B. I was just listening to this on the Daily Comedy News. The boy Johnny Mac agrees with me too. He says, "Yo, they should just make another show." And they should. I would respect that. They should just make a whole nother show called Ruth and Alex. And then, yo, that would be dope. like Ruth and Al. It'll be like a whole new Will and Grace, because like when they started something new with Will and Grace, that was cool. Like, it's okay to start new things. You ain't got to build new things off of old nostalgia. I think that's a cheap, because you're fucking up the nostalgia and you're gonna fuck up your new concept. Like, I bet you if this doesn't work, they're gonna come back with this show, but not with the Honeymooners logo. You see, that shit rhymes, so you know it's the goddamn truth. Okay, yo. Anyway, moving on into another funny to look for is actually that Dave Chappelle is about to he's about to executive produce comedy specials for Netflix. So first up is Earthquake. I'm happy about that because Earthquake is hella funny. And then the next comedy special that he's about to do is Donnell Rollins. You know, his boy Ashley Larry. Gotta hook him up. So I can't wait for those two Netflix specials executive produced by Dave Chappelle. First up, Earthquake. Next up, Donnell Rollins. Another funny to look for is, I guess, well, I was a big fan of How I Met Your Mother, but I'm not liking the How I Met Your Father new thing. But guess what? I guess people do like it because it's coming back for another season. How I Met Your Father, starring Hilary Duff. So that's coming back for another season, another 20 episodes. So keep on the lookout for that, How I Met Your Father. And guess what? The Oscars, they announced the host for the Oscars. It's 3 wonderful women. We got comedian Amy Schumer, comedian Wanda Sykes, and actress, she's a comedian, actress, Regina Hall. So it's gonna be very funny. And Regina Hall, you've seen her in scary movies. Sometimes she was in the Wayans Brothers. You've seen her in some things with the Wayans Brothers. So Regina Hall, matter of fact, she's in Regina Hall is the chick that's in The Best Man, and she the one that was a stripper. That's her. Yeah, that's Regina Hall. Okay, I think that's what everybody mostly knows her for. And I think she was in some shit with Kevin Hart. Yeah, it was the best. Was it The Best Man? Oh, something like that. Yeah. What? I'm confusing them now. She was in The Best Man. What was the shit with Kevin Hart now? Kevin Hart was one. Damn. It was the Think Like a Man. Think Like a Man is what blew up. Okay, Think Like a Man. Now I remember. Okay, Think Like a Man. Think Like a Man is what actually blew up Kevin. That got his Hollywood star back. Shout out to Kevin. Hey, yo, man. I want to tell you something else, too, B. I be going in the streets and, hey, yo, got a couple of notifications and all that. And it's time for me to give you the tweets from the street. And here they be, yo. Tweet, elite. I got the tweets from the streets. The tweets from the streets. I got the tweets from the streets. All right, the first tweet up on the tweet from the streets, man. Tweet from Paul Silverman, man. You can follow him at APAULLED, appalled. At appalled. What he says, if Millie Vanilli fell in the woods, would someone else make a sound? Wasim from at Wasim El Munzer tweeted, my mother reminded me every day that cleanliness is godliness. We're atheists. Our house was filthy. Yo, that's type funny, son. All right. And then we got Emerez. He tweets and you can follow him at AAAMERREZ at Emerez. And he says, in the way comedians have chuckle fuckers, I wonder if truckers have trucker fuckers. I wonder, that's a good question. Trucker fuckers? And what do? Do they just fuck trucks? Do they fuck the people that drive the trucks, or they fuck the trucks? I'm gonna end it off the tweet from the street from this last tweet from my homie Harrison. And you can follow Harrison at Harry Weinrab. He tweets, accidentally showing a paper that says I'm fully potty trained instead of my vaccine card. That's good, Harrison. That's good. You know what, man? You can catch Harrison at comedy shows because guess what? Here in Montreal, Canada, Montreal shows are open, baby. We are fully open. And if you're looking for a comedy show to go on Mondays, then you can always go to the world's smallest open mic at Hurley's Irish Pub. It's at 1225 Crescent Street, and it's hosted by me, your boy Vance Michel, repping Comedy Gang, and Walter Ling. And you can also catch me at Tuesday Night Live, which is going to be at Stogie's, okay? And that's hosted by my boy Joshua Shapiro, also Comedy Gang. And then we got a big show coming up on we got a big show this Saturday, okay, guys, at Baba and Zazu. It's hosted by Chris Bandito, and the big featured comedian there is going to be Joey Alliance. Get your tickets, man. Holla at Chris Bandito, baby. This show is going down at February 26th, okay? February 26th. And then I also mentioned the world's smallest open mic every Monday. Make sure you get there. That show free. You know what I'm saying? That show free, baby. That show, you can go in there and watch that comedy for free. It's on me, alright? And I'm your boy, Vance Michel, repping Comedy Gang. I'm done reporting on God, yo. The funny papers, hey, yo, we done over here. It's a wrap.